Incomplete reform processes during general elections have in the past left the country ill-prepared for truly democratic elections, with the result being chaotic elections marred by countless irregularities. But with the new constitution in place, electoral reforms could just be the turning point for Kenya as the 2012 general elections beckons. However, the implementation process might just be the litmus test to gauge the commitment of the political class to reforms.
They are vested interests. If I'm a councillor and we went around very many places, obviously I'm concerned about what will happen to local government.
And those demanding devolution do it for completely very different interests. And that's the struggle that has not been resolved even in the new constitution.
Law experts argue that many politicians might be tempted by partisan interest when crafting the new laws with their 2012 ambitions in mind, especially on constituency boundaries. Parliament is expected to enact legislations that will create the extra 80 constituencies and set boundaries.
There's no clear criteria because even when you go to the counties, there's nothing that is supposed to address what the minorities might not have been catered for in the lower house. So maybe we need to come clearly what kind of justification do we have.
Political society in Kenya, at the very least, wants money, access to financial resources. And that access to financial resources is manifested in corruption.
With the government working round the clock to bring all the stakeholders in the implementation process on board, another hurdle that was cropped up is whether to include foreign experts or not.
Drafters coming from all over the world coming to draft here is a situation whereby the people who hire them, and it's going to be the executive bringing them and paying them, they will be then dancing to the whims of that executive.
Some of the rationale for bringing in foreign drafters, Mboya, is not that they'll take away work from your society members, but they will use simpler language.
However, the new laws are clear that before a presidential candidate is sworn in as a president, he or she must attain 50+1% of the presidential votes cast. In case of a presidential dispute, there will be a Supreme Court to determine the dispute before 14 days, of which the president will not be sworn in first. Thairu, Citizen 11 9, Nairobi.